Hi everyone, it is Shantae, your favorite financial coach. I wanted to make sure to explain to everybody how to use my monthly budget tracker. This is the PDF printable version, and I will be showing you a full budget breakdown on how to use it and give you a little bit of tips on it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or leave a comment underneath this post, and I will explain things a little bit better. So on this budget, I did make up a name, and some of these numbers are made up just to kind of show an example. So I'm not giving anyone's private information away. This is just for example use. So at the top right here, we have the month and the year, and then I have a list of the main goals for this month. So this person's goals are to finish their emergency fund and to pay off one of their credit cards. I show their estimated income. And by the way, you should always do your budget before you get paid. So give an estimate of how much you're going to make. If it's a little bit less or a little bit more, just put the actual number down right here and then you could adjust your budget. But you want to do it before you get paid. That way, when you do get paid, you're not tempted to blow any money on things that are not a part of your budget. So now here is the bills breakdown. This person has, oops, sorry, knocked into the paper. So here's a list of their bills. We've got mortgage and tithing, and we've got their phone bills and utilities and all of the monthly things that add up. They're usually on the exact same date or within a few days of each other if they're auto draft. I also have listed in here the total amounts that they pay and the due dates. Now for me, and I'm assuming everybody else, when they tithe, there's no actual date that it's due, so I leave that blank, and it's just something that I know that I have to put in the budget with every paycheck. So when you add up all of their bills, they have a total of $3,415 in bills. Then the next column is their expenses. These are things that happen pretty much every single month, but the amount that you need is going to vary, and they don't have actual due dates for the most part. It's just things that you know you have to pay for within paychecks. So we've got groceries and we've got fuel. We've got things for the kids if they happen to have them. We've got household supplies. And let's say this person's got some car maintenance they need to do at some time during this month, and then all of their estimated budgeted amounts. So if you know that you've got to do an oil change soon and you know it costs about $100, and you want to, of course, put that on here for the budget because it's something you know you need to pay. Now this down here, this is the savings categories. These are the different things that they're trying to save for. So let's say this person is trying to save their starter emergency fund, and they currently have $450 in there. They want it to be $1,000. They have it due as soon as possible because of course they want to get that emergency fund filled up. And then let's say they're going to be traveling in the summertime, and they know they're going to need about $2,000, and they have $200 in the account already. If it is due by July, then they know they need to put aside about $225 per paycheck. These people happen to be paid twice a month, and to make things easy, let's just say both husband and wife are paid on the same days. So now let's go over to the actual paycheck breakdown. All right. So this, of course, like I said, let's say they've got bi-weekly paychecks, and let's just say for making things easy, they get paid on the exact same day. So let's say that their next paycheck is March 10th, and the estimated amount is going to be $4,000. And let's just say their bank account balance on the 10th is $257. We'll write that down also. So we'll use that as part of the calculations because that is money that is available. So right here are the bills that are due between this payday, which is March 10th, and the next payday, which is March 24th. I listed all of these bills and their amounts, and of course this correlates with the due dates that are listed on here. So here's the bills and here's the amounts that they have. And it's getting a little blurry on me. Let me tap that in again to fix that blurriness. All right. Looks like, reminds me of my bad vision. Anyways, let's keep going. Now, right here is their expenses. Of course, since they're paid twice a month, I have the expenses cut in half. So if they budget $400 a month on groceries, each paycheck, I'm going to split it into about $200. Of course, you can change that as needed. It's just a matter of preference and what money is available. So these are their expenses that they're going to have to pay. You will also see on here, if you remember what I put on the other side, that I do not have cart maintenance listed in this top pay period, because let's say these people know that they don't need it until the end of the month. Then it's not necessary to have the money in the first paycheck. They can do it out of the second paycheck and then just kind of work with it as needed. So there are their amounts. When you add up all of the bills, their total amount is $28.47 left after they pay their bills. Then after they pay their expenses, they have $21.67. And now let's look at their savings goals. Their savings goals are the emergency fund and the travel fund. Let's say they want to do $300 to the emergency fund, and they budgeted $225 for the travel. After both of those, they have left $16.42. Now, of course, let's say they've already gotten this paycheck, so that's why they've got all these numbers on here, and that's all good. But they haven't gotten this paycheck yet, so they're just kind of estimating. Let's say they estimate it's going to be a little bit less because one of them missed a day of work or something. So we've got all of the bills between March 24th, and when the next pay period is, which is April 7th, you will see that I have all the bills that are due at the end of the month, but I also have some of the bills that are due at the beginning of the next month, because we need to make sure that this paycheck covers all bills that come before April 7th. So here is all of the amounts, and here are, okay, so here's all the amounts. Once you pay all of that, you've got $1,190 left. Here are all the expenses. Again, groceries, fuel, gymnastics, all the things that don't have to be paid by a specific due date, but you know that you have to pay for them that month. So again, after you take off all of these numbers, what is left is $490. And this is, let's just say their bank balance was $0, just to be safe. Let's just say it was $0. So we've got $490 after you pay the bills and the expenses. And then what is left is the savings goals. So let's say they've got $250 that they're planning for the emergency fund to finish that off, because as you can see from this other side, they still need $550 to finish that $1,000. So we've got $300 out of this paycheck and $250 out of this paycheck. Let me adjust it again so you can see it all. All right, so after they pay the bills and expenses, again, they have $490. Then once they take out this money right here, what is left is $15. Yikes. But the good thing is, that's if their paycheck is, that's if their bank account balance is $0. If they have $1,600 left right here out of this paycheck, as long as they stick to this, that number is not going to be 0. So that 15 isn't so scary. What I would advise these people to do, since they have $1,600 out of this paycheck, what they'll do is they'll want to work on their goals. So right here, I starred what their goals are. So let's say this is a credit card they're wanting to pay off. And here's, of course, the emergency funds. So they've already maxed out their emergency fund, and they're paying a $600 payment on that Old Navy bill. Let's just say they owe another $200 on it. Then that still gives them $1,400 left over. I would then advise them to start working on other things, other goals. So they've met their goals of paying off that credit card, and they met their goal of the emergency fund. They also have another credit card on here, Care Credit. What I would advise them to do is put that other $1,400 on that care credit. We want to make sure we are meeting all of their goals with whatever money they have. You need to account for every single penny. So, if you have any questions or if any of this is confusing to you, again, please reach out to me and let me know. If you would like help making a budget like this for yourself, also reach out to me. I love to help people. Thank you and have a great day.